Hello, girlies, and welcome back to Girls to Girls Podcast YouTube channel. Here on this podcast, we help girls of all ages from all around the world gain better relationships with friends, self, boys, parents, and all of that good stuff. These are all topics you can relate, and I would be really glad if you would join our friendship circle, which is one of the best in YouTube, if not the best. So, I am really glad to have you here today with me because today we are talking about a very important topic in our life, like our friends. All of my videos are going to be on a series from now, like this is Frenemies 101. And these are the types of friends that you should avoid at all costs. And we are going to talk why. There are going to be several ones, and you should keep in mind what a good friendship is. A good friendship is a stable and secure friendship, or a stable and secure relationship between two people. And that can happen when you both feel secure, like you can trust her, your intuition can trust her, and you don't feel like the next day she's gonna run the mile and tell everybody on the neighborhood all of your business. That's a good friendship, but we are going to talk about friends that we need to avoid today and some of the videos that are going to come up. This is a series, as I said, called Frenemies 101, and in this series we are going to talk about those friends that aren't the best option for us and we can do better, like our circle that you can subscribe to, because our girls are very active and they can give you advice when you need it. Sometimes they've said your biggest support might be a stranger on the road, and your biggest enemy can be somebody who's known you for years. Yeah, it's sad, it's true, it happens. And my goal today with this type of series is to save you from betrayal. We've all been there. I've been there. I'm sure you've been there when you've been betrayed, and it hasn't been quite fun, didn't it? Today I'm going to share my personal story with this type of friend that we are going to describe today, and other types of friends, because I'm speaking from my experience, and I want you girls to avoid and see what I didn't see at the time that came to me as a blind knife. Well, it wasn't so blind. Universe tried to get my attention and I just wouldn't listen. Now let's start with the first one in this video, which I am sure you have read the title and is the first type of friend you should avoid, the insecure one. I have a video here on YouTube talking about how insecurity is keeping you back and is stealing from you your most precious years, and that is true. And chances are that if you can relate to that video, you probably have one or two insecure friends. If not, all your group friends are insecure. Because a wise one once said, "Tell me who you hang around with, and I will tell you who you are." Okay. Now, the insecure friend isn't a frenemy. It's just somebody who's not pleasant to be around and somebody who's going to hold you back because of their insecurities. It's just that, and you don't want that energy on your life. You want an energy who is ready to take action, and you want an energy who can grab life by its horns because, well, guess what? If you don't save yourself, nobody's going to save you. And this is my motto on this channel. So many times, girls wait for their Prince Charming, or girls wait for the right kind of time, or girls wait for the right kind of guy, and they get fooled. I've been there, you've been there. it's just not pleasant. And that's why I'm here to do. I'm here to get you to get a little bit wiser from my experience, because a wise person learns from other people's mistakes. Now, I've talked about this before, that at my age of 15 till 16, 17, I was very insecure, and my group friend, well, they were insecure too. But I remember this girl in particular, and we are going to grab another lesson from it, from the story that I'm about to share, which is, when things end, let them go. So, me and this girl had been friends for like, I want to say, for a good 10 years. Yeah, we've met since we were 7, and our friendship lasted since I was 17, 18. And I want to say it lasted since I was 17 and 18, because I didn't let that friendship fall off. Now, at the last years, I wouldn't talk to her so much, because we had fallen off. Like, oh yeah, we would hang out a couple of times and things like that. But I didn't feel connected to her, and I'm sure she didn't feel connected to me. But what that girl did that I started not liking, she got into a relationship with a dude that, in her own words, was hotter than her, and she started to become really insecure. You know how girls get when they they land a hot boyfriend. I'm not here to offend her, like, good for her, like, you go girl, but she couldn't handle it. And I am going to make a video on the downsides of dating a hot boy. If you have a fragile ego, don't do it. Don't do it. It won't be worth it for you. And I will tell you that this type of friend, what are the signs? Well, the signs of this type of friend are: one, they talk down to themselves. Yes. Now, talking down to yourself can come in lots of ways, and one of those ways is self-deprecating humor. It's a point in time when self-deprecating humor is actually funny, and it comes a time when it becomes a red flag, and you should always be wary. Now, this girl, we would go out, and she would see a nice dressed queen, and she would go and be like, oh, she's a bitch. Yeah, why is she dressing like that? Why is she dressing so revealing? And I was like, just chill, she's living her life. And she was like, oh, I'm just my boyfriend runs through the city. And I'm like, where do you want him to go? Like, duh. And she was worried that, no, she had a problem with her because her boyfriend would look at her, or she was afraid that her boyfriend would look at her. And I was like, oh no. And when we would get together to another friend's house, we would go, and we would, just get ready to go out with girls, and she would look at herself in the mirror and say, oh, I have no butt, oh, my face is so plump, and this and that. And it's like, girl, chill. Like, her not having a butt, or she thought so, would come up every day. Like, we would go out, and she would be like, oh, I don't have a butt, or I don't have this, or my walk is so terrible, oh, he's so hot, and this and that. And this guy became her identity. I'm sure, when a guy becomes a girl's identity, I know we've all experienced that, when you are like, when he's like all you talk to him all day, and this and that. And those are the first stages of relationships. But it's so draining. Having somebody constantly complain about themselves and not being satisfied with anything is so draining, and it will suck the life out of you. Yes, this type of girl, oh, she will be insecure when you go to the beach, when you go to the pool, and she will impose her insecurities on you. Like, I'm really comfortable in myself. Like, I've never been to a point that bad with my self image. Okay, I mean, I'm sure we all have something we would want to correct within ourselves. But one day we were sitting nice and pretty, and she goes like, "Oh, Loren, I think you should go and get bangs." And I'm like, "What?" And she was like, "Oh, I think that because you have a big forehead." And I'm like, "I'm good, thanks." And every time I we would hang out, not even go out, it's like just come to each other's house or at the friend's house, she would go and be like, "Oh, we should go and get those bangs cut." And I was like, maybe later. Like, I didn't want to cut bangs. I'm really nice with myself. I am good with my forehead. Sweetie, if Rihanna can rock a big forehead in millions of people's eyes, you and I can. Don't get bangs just because other people want it for you. To this day, I haven't cut bangs. Even if I wanted to, now every time I think about bangs, her name pops into my head and I'm like, who the hell are you to tell me that? Yeah, wild, you know? And we would just talk with this friend about boys and all this stuff, and she would be like, "Oh, he's not cute. Oh, my boyfriend's cuter. Oh, this and that. Oh, my boyfriend's this." And it's like, we get it. You landed one. Good for you. So I really don't want you girls to go through this, because I know we're all in our journey, but some people just don't want to change. Like, for her, I will tell her, "Girl, you're fine. Oh, you," and I will tell her that, "Oh, we are imperfect," and this and that. I would try to calm her down, and she would ultimately find something else. And it's like, oh, just, oh, it's a spiral of misery. And that's the spiral of misery that we are trying to get out, not get dug into deeper. No, thank you. All I can say is, if you actually can go to this friend and say, "Hey, I want us to be more confident with ourselves and go to the gym together, get a couple of dance classes, eat more healthy. If you live together, that's better." You would inspire each other. Before cutting this friend out, offer for you both to get help. If you want to get help, you really should. Maybe you talk to a therapist, maybe you listen to me, because you know we're all about empowerment, and girls here are the healthiest that it's ever going to get. We are so active and we give advice for free. So if you want that, just send me an email and I will definitely get to you back, or maybe make a video on it. Of course, names, city names and everything will be covered and censored, but if I think that other girls can benefit from it, I would like to make a video about it, because you know there are many things that I probably have experienced but forgotten about it. Because why should anyone hold on to misery? Don't hold on to it. Like, these insecure people, just become secure and enjoy the beautiful uncertainty of life. You know, when you are insecure, you can't enjoy uncertainty. You know, there was a saying there. This is a quote I live by. When you are insecure, you are afraid of uncertainty, whereas when you are confident in yourself, you say to the shit that's on the corner, "Oh, my bad. I'm actually going to take care of you. I don't care whatever comes my way. I know I am going to be fine because I trust myself." And in order to become confident, you need to learn to trust yourself and to heal your wounds. Now, I have made 2 videos on confidence. I have another one coming up where we are going to talk about how it actually feels when you become confident and what confidence really means. I would like you to stick around for that. And in the meantime, let me recap why you shouldn't have an insecure friend in your life. Now, an insecure friend will impose their insecurities on you. It's draining, it will suck the life out of you, and she doesn't want to get better. And that's the end of that relationship and that friendship. When somebody doesn't want to get better with you and to grow up, and I know that growth is uncomfortable, but we have to go through it. Like, we just can't stick in misery forever. Now that girl might, that she needs to go. Like, bye-bye. You can't. If you are here and if you are listening to these videos, you can be insecure. There is something in you that wants to be better. And I am here sharing my experience with you, how I got from the insecure friend to the friend that doesn't want insecure friends around. Because I know my value. I know that, hey, if you've got a problem, I'm here for you. We are going to go through this together. Whereas, if you are going to suck the life out of me with all of your problems, guess what? You need to go. I ain't got time for you. Here's something I need to warn you about. When you go to this friend and say that, hey, I want us to grow my confidence, do you want to go to the gym? She will either quit the gym in 1 week, she will make some efforts, but if she isn't determined to change, guess what, honey? She won't change, and you need to move on with your life. I love you, but it's okay to lose friends. We all grow apart, whether it is that you grow up and they don't, whether it is that you grow up in different directions. Maybe she wants to stay in your hometown, maybe you want to live in a bigger, more metropolitan like city, like New York, for example, and she just wants to stay in your hometown. It's like, just get bigger goals. And these people don't have any goals because they don't trust they can make it. But you can. If you can dream about it, it can be yours with a little bit of work. And that's what I am trying to do here. I am trying to build a community of awesome girls, and I would like you to be part of it. So, if you think and if you want a great friendship circle like ours, be sure to subscribe and comment on the videos that you can relate to, like this one. Share it with your insecure friend. Maybe she wants to join us along. I want you girls to know that growth is all about facing things about yourself that you do not want to face. I faced some pretty darn harsh things about myself when I decided to go down this path. I'm going to make videos on it all, so stick around. I'm sure most of you have experienced what I have experienced. It's something like really basic. So, I love you girls and take care. Mwah. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and email me if you have something. Mwah. Have a great day.